Are you a passionate basketball fan who loves to keep up with the latest news about the Golden State Warriors? Then subscribe to our channel now to access exclusive content. The Golden State Warriors have been the darlings of the NBA for some time. This has been the league's most recent dynasty. If you're familiar with the league's history, you know that it's seen its share of dynastic runs. Perhaps none were as impressive as the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. Michael Jordan's Bulls dominated the NBA. They won 6 out of 10 possible titles during the decade. If the Bulls didn't win a title, it was because Jordan was taking a break. Unfortunately, life hasn't been the same for Chicago ever since. This year, the Bulls were especially disappointing. They had a number of pricey veterans on their roster, and yet, they missed the playoffs. Could they send Nikola Vucevic to the Warriors as a result? The trade proposal. Chicago Bulls receive Chris Paul, 2026 first-round pick, GSW, 2028 first-round pick, GSW. Golden State Warriors receive C. Nikola Vucevic, G/F Alex Caruso. Of course, every team can't assemble a dynasty. That wouldn't be realistic. Some teams are just happy to compete. A playoff berth would satisfy their front office. That was the position the Bulls came into 2022 to 23 inches. Everyone knew this team wouldn't win a title. Still, they were supposed to be competitive. With Vucevic, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine on the roster, the Bulls were supposed to make noise. They didn't. This team missed the playoffs, and they sent the Orlando Magic the 11th overall pick for their efforts. What happened? Well, it felt like the individual pieces on this team simply didn't click. Could the Bulls move on from one of those key pieces by trading Vucevic? It's hard to say where the Bulls will go from here. They may want to see if they have better results with a similar core to begin 2023-24. Luckily, if they wanted to make this deal, they'd have to. After all, the Warriors just acquired Paul. They can't trade him yet. With that said, if they're looking to upgrade their roster heading into the deadline, the Bulls should be happy to facilitate that goal. This is a good deal for them. If, of course, they're rebuilding. In that event, the Bulls should be happy to inherit a pair of first-round picks. Whether they're opting for a long-term rebuilding plan or just retooling around Zach LaVine, those picks will serve their interests. Should the Warriors part with them? Meanwhile, the Warriors don't need to cling to first-round picks. This team is contending. In all likelihood, that's why they acquired Paul in the first place. Will he be a good fit? It's hard to say. Paul favors a slower brand of half-court basketball than the Warriors typically play. That variety could actually benefit the Warriors. Still, if the fit looks poor, the Warriors could pivot. This feels like a good pivot. Vucevic's plus passing ability as a big would make him a tremendous asset in this team's motion-heavy offense. Meanwhile, Caruso is one of the best defensive players in the NBA. In other words, this deal could help the Warriors extend their dynasty. And in your opinion, would it be a good reinforcement? More news and updates we will bring here. Like and turn on notifications to receive all the news.